Is he like in your, I don't know who that is even. Is he like, I don't care who it is. Is he like within your custody and control, like a federal agent or a prisoner in a prison, or is he just some citizen?
He is a private citizen, and we...
All right, today is April the 3rd, the year 2017, and this is a audio that came in from Alaska today, and I want to play it to you guys, so I have to turn off my microphone when I play my computer. I've got the screen brought up to that point in the transcript. This is on April the 30th of 2012, I believe, and let me play the audio right now. So I'm going to turn off my microphone, and we're going to play the computer.
There's another reference on page 34 to the possibility of witnesses being called by the defense for the purpose of impeaching them, and a suggestion that we have an offer of proof from the defendants in regard to some witnesses. I believe the names were Fulton and Gibson. It had to do with that, and I don't know, I guess I'm inviting discussion on that subject if anyone wants to talk about it. Apparently nobody does. I am
Your Honor, if I may.
yeah.
This is in part related to the general motion in limine we filed regarding inadmissible hearsay. We do understand that defense counsel very well may have legitimate reasons to call these witnesses in their case in chief, but we are concerned that there are also reasons to call them to do a runaround of the rule prohibiting inadmissible hearsay. And given that they are wanting to have Mr. Fulton brought here for this, we would like some sort of proffer regarding those legitimate reasons.
Well, I would imagine that the time to request that is at the time they want to call a particular witness.
We will need some advance notice in order to bring him here.
Where's he?
Outside of the state of Alaska.
Well, is he like in your, I don't know who that is even. Is he like, I don't care who it is. Is he like within your custody and control, like a federal agent or a prisoner in a prison, or is he just some citizen? He
is a private citizen, and we accepted service today of a subpoena from MJ Hayden regarding his trial testimony, and we will make arrangements for him to be here. Yes, he was an informant in this case. I think we indicated that in the trial brief.
Yeah. Okay. Are you asking for some specific ruling at this point?
Not at this point, Your Honor.
Okay, you just heard Yvonne Lamoureux's own voice describe to the judge, and they're arguing about whether the defense, keep in mind, Bill Fulton was a government informant, paid government informant, and you would think if he's paid by the government, the prosecutors who represent the government would want him in the courtroom to testify about all the stuff that he did, you know, but no, the prosecutors realize that Bill Fulton is such a buffoon, such an idiot, such a stupid, buffoonish idiot of an informant, they don't want him in the courtroom. So the prosecutors are arguing to keep Bill Fulton out of the courtroom, and they're telling the judge, if the defense wants to call Bill Fulton into the courtroom, they better give us advance notice and tell us the reason so we can prepare all of our lies and spin. And so the judge doesn't even know who Bill Fulton is. He said, the judge asked straight out, is he a federal agent or a prisoner in prison? And you guys heard Yvonne Lamoureux tell a judge who's retired, who's hard of hearing, in her own voice, he is a private citizen. You heard her say it, right? And then she goes on later to correct herself, but the judge already has the impression that he's a private citizen. The judge doesn't understand clearly that Bill Fulton is an informant, even though Yvonne Lamoureux tried to fix her mistake a few sentences later. I think the judge was left with the impression that Bill Fulton was a private citizen, and she didn't correct that in such a manner. She needed to say, I was wrong. Let me clarify that, judge, so you're completely in tune with what's being asked here. And so Bill Fulton, a lot of the discovery was not allowed to be discussed, and it allowed for a miscarriage of justice because there was exculpatory evidence and discovery evidence that the defense wanted to get into the trial associated with Bill Fulton, and that was never allowed. So do you see the dirty tricks about how they lie, and then they covered up a few sentences later in hopes that this retired judge who couldn't hear misunderstood, and he made a ruling that absolutely prevented Schaeffer Cox from getting in all the discovery evidence associated with this buffoon who's writing a book, who can't even write a book. He's getting somebody named Jeannie Devon to write it for him in New York. Absolutely absurd.